Hello, hello, and welcome to the Mindset Bloomcast with Mallory. I am your host, Mallory McGary. I'm the founder and CEO of Beautifully Blooming. You can find me at beautifullyblooming.com or email me at mallory@beautifullyblooming.com. You are listening to the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network Radio, TV, and podcast, the #1 internet talk network. Welcome to today's episode and an early happy Mother's Day to all of the women out there, because somehow, somewhere you impact each other and you are that tribe and that just that motivation for other women out there. So happy Mother's Day. Enjoy the day however you choose to spend it. And today we are going to focus on something more particular into the mom arena. Even a single parent, even a mom who is yet to be a mom, a soon to be mom, a want to be mom, whatever you are, this will take um, some direction in that as well, in knowing that, okay, you have these options. I think just as a woman overall, it's some reflection time and things that are something you can journal on, something that you can reflect on, really look into, take some introspection, take some time into that introspection, and really feel where you sit on some of these things. Maybe it's going to change a career path, maybe it's going to change a relationship, maybe it is going to change just the way you view things in the world. So we're going to make it fun, but also educational today, because these are things that I've been making this list for a while and really realized that these are things that have made my business and my life a little bit more on path in alignment to where I want to go, the things I want to accomplish, what I want to do and be in this space. So today we're going to cover five things on how to find your purpose in just in life. And whether it's you're going through a moment of feeling like you have lack of clarity, lack of direction, maybe you're in a moment that you have a lot of clarity and a lot of direction, that both of these are good. uh, Both of these places have the need to just introspect a little bit, taking a step back, really looking forward to, if that's your purpose, if you're really aligned with that purpose, whatever that looks like, you are in it to win it, as I say, and ready to move forward in your life confidently, with clarity, with direction, with purpose, and feeling like there's that extra boost in your self-esteem, in your just in your energy, in your aura that you're giving off, in that you are moving forward into a place that you want to be in, that you are living that life that you designed. You are moving forward into a space that is meant for you and really created and designed by you. And so finding your purpose, whether you feel like you are in it or not, this has happened to me. I'll give you little story here, in that I thought I was in my purpose. I had a direction in my purpose. I thought I was in that purpose. I thought I was sitting in that purpose. And I did these five things and realized that I needed to pivot a little bit. My purpose was still in that direction, in that same space, but it wasn't the purpose that I was meant to fulfill. It wasn't the purpose that I was meant to be living. It wasn't the purpose that I really wanted to leave and create for the world, leaving my impact on the world either. It was more of the pivot that was making the most sense and where I really was aligned, and the things that really inspired me, made me feel creative, made me want to get out of bed in the morning, made me want to just get into that space of hopping straight into creativity, hopping straight into forward movement and what that looks like. So we're going to dive right into this episode. You are going to be taking notes. I hope that you have a pen and paper, maybe your phone, taking notes on the things that of what this looks like. So step #1 is reflecting on your values and your priorities. Each of us have a list of things that matter the most to us. Some are the same, some are not the same. We have those things that are pros and cons lists to all the things, everything in life. We make decisions, the things that really we want to spend our time doing. We want to spend time accomplishing the things that where we really want to come out in this life and what we look for. And then the things that are maybe not necessarily deal breakers. So I kind of look at this like my to-do list. And I know we have talked about this in a couple of episodes, but having the non-negotiables and the negotiables on my to-do list, which also equates as my priorities and my values of things that are really core beliefs to me, things that I really want to take into the world, that I want to leave my stamp on the world with, but things that I believe in, things that uh, are really what I want to spend my time doing, that are make me who I am, make me me. And the kind of impact that I want to leave on the world, which is amazing and, excuse me, wonderful. But how am I going to leave that impact on the world and in my family when I have no direction of really what matters the most to me, what I value the most? Is it time with my family? Is it making the certain different that was kind of a mouthful. Apologize. Let's back up. My brain is going a little bit faster than my mouth. But maybe it's the taking that time with my family is my priority. Maybe that parts of the impact I want to leave on the world are priority to me. That's something that I value. Maybe that it's my family is something that I value. That is a core belief, something I believe that everybody should have time and want to spend time with their family. And I want to help people create that ability to spend time with their family and have that freedom to not feel like they're so stressed about, but picking and choosing of what's more important in that moment, working or spending time with their family, that you don't have to make that choice. That is something I believe in and is one of my core values. But also I want to help other people across the world, and that is a priority of mine, helping women across the globe find their purpose, find their value, find their mission in leaving that impact on the world. So what are those to you? Take out a piece of paper, a pen, write them down, journal about them. What are the things that are your values? What are the things that make up the core you? What are your priorities? What are the things that you won't sacrifice that time for? That if you had to choose, that you would always choose that priority because you don't want to sacrifice what that comes with, what comes along in that. So journal it down, write it down, take a break, write down those things that really are the core and the heart of who you are, as well as those things that you just won't sacrifice for, that you won't bend for, that your boundaries are completely solid for in all of that and what that looks like. Number two, identifying your strengths and your passions. So knowing that I'm a business coach. I help women start businesses. I help create that base foundation of a business that's um, my space, really where I'm an expert at is creating those foundations for a business, which is knowing what your strengths and passions are as well in your life. That my business would not be what it is now if I wasn't passionate about it, if I wasn't driven to really create this impact, to have this purpose filled life, if I wasn't living into my passion, but I also wasn't if I wasn't leaning into my strength, that I'm leaning into the things that I'm really good at, the things that are going to get people results, going to get me to a better place, getting me to that place that I want to be in, getting those dreams met and those accomplishments achieved, but also that those are things that make me want to get out of bed in the morning. I'm living in my creativity. I love being in my creative space. I have something that is filling up my cup, filling up positively, which then overflows positively into my family and my friends and community, the people around me. It fills up to a point of excitement for myself as I get new projects, as I get new clients onboarded, that they are excited about their project, but they're excited to co-create something that is for them and living up to their strengths, that they know that they can succeed in what that looks like. And so identifying what your strengths and passions are. If you have a rough time deciding what those are or knowing what those are, to find your passions, I say date yourself, figure out the things that you really love that really make you feel excited, the things that you can't stop talking about, that you never want to stop talking about, and you secretly hope, like Mean Girls, that somebody brings up Regina George, that somebody brings up that topic so that you can keep talking about it, because it just lights your soul on fire. That's what creating businesses does for me. It's talking about the creation part of a business, creating that foundation, finding people's whys, finding people's core values and their purpose and their mission and what they want to deliver into the world is something that I can't stop talking about, which also leads into my other favorite topic of personal development, that finding that next book or podcast or something that I can deliver on into somebody's hands and saying, this will change your life. This is going to help you excel to the next whatever. This podcast is going to help you get some ideas funneling through your brain. Whatever those things are, those are the things that really light me up and really want help me in my business, help me in my personal life, because they're the things that I like to talk about. They're the things that light me up. And finding my strengths, knowing that what really drives me inside, my driving factor is building those relationships, building the small building blocks that build that trust, that build that know, that build all of those things that really create what a brand does, right? As a brand, you have to know, like, and trust them, but also a person, you have to know, like, and trust them to get them to that point of creating that relationship with them. So creating those things and knowing my inner strengths. I also know my weaknesses. This is just the part B. Know some of your weaknesses. Know what those things that would limit you in maybe succeeding in a dream that you want, of saying, this is a weakness of mine, so I'm going to need to ask for help. That's where a lot of my clients have been hung up before, is saying, living more in their weaknesses than living in their strengths, and saying, I'm really good at X, Y, or Z, but I'm not good at A, B, or C. So I'm going to reach out and have people that will help me with A, B, and C, so that I can make them into strengths, but I can teach that to other people, or just know that they're not going to be strengths of mine probably ever. So it's really great to have a community I can lean on in helping me with what those goals are and where I want to go in my life, having that community that's going to build me up. But if I'm leaning into my strengths and leaning into my passions, I have more of a higher chance of excelling into that next level that I want to live my life at, and where I want things to grow to. And knowing that asking for help, I've said it many times on this show, that it is not a bad thing. It's actually a really great thing to be able to ask for the help that you need to move forward in your life. So taking those two things, reflecting on your values and your priorities, identifying your strengths and your passions, with a caveat of maybe knowing some of your weaknesses, of what you could work on, what you'd want to work on, maybe make it a strength, whatever that looks like. Number 3, setting meaningful goals. I know we've done a couple of goal episodes on here, but I want it to be goals that aren't just smart based or specifically time measured. I want it to be a goal that is actually really meaningful into your purpose of who you are, that it is the thing that's going to help you stay focused, the thing that's going to give you your motivation when you feel like motivation is at a big fat zero, big fat goose egg. It's going to be the thing that you hold on to, whether things are going up, things are going down, but they're going to help you help propel yourself forward regardless. You're going to take that big goal, obviously break it down because you can't go from A to Z in one jump. You have to hit each of the letters. So you're going to have those achievable steps and celebrate them along the way. Celebrate that you've made it from start here to letter A and letter A to letter B, because that is going to keep also that momentum rolling. You're going to keep that ball going and rolling and moving forward in everything that it comes with, that you need to have it be everything just all in a prepackage in what that looks like. So you're setting these meaningful goals that are helping you stay focused, helping you stay into that motivation space, but you're also making sure that they're aligning with your values and your passions. You don't want them to deviate. You don't want a goal over here that's to make 5 figures from something, or 6 figures. If that's really not what your core values and your passions are, then maybe you need to, if they don't align, those two aren't going to come together, and you're going to feel like you're failing at that goal, or as a person, because you're not hitting those marks to make that goal that you had set. It has to line up in a way that's going to make it so that you are actually achieving that purpose that you wanted to achieve, that you are taking those steps into achieving that purpose in who you want to be, what you want to be, how you want to do things, what you want your life to look like, what impact you want to leave on the world. Because when they're not aligned, you're going to feel very chaotic, very out of sorts, very just always on that proverbial hamster wheel, spinning, 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 and never really knowing which way you're going to be going in the next little bit. You're going to need to have that extra little boost. But when you're in alignment with your values and your passions and where you want to go, you're always moving forward. You are always that car that's always going. You're the train that's always on the tracks. Then going forward, you're continually moving. You're making progress. Sometimes it's slow progress, sometimes it's fast progress, but you're still going in that direction because you are in alignment with where you want to be, what you believe in, what you're passionate about, what your strengths are, and staying in those priorities that you are moving in that direction that you want to be in. So first, reflect on your values and your priorities. Second is identifying your strengths and knowing your passions, with a caveat of knowing your weaknesses. Number 3, set meaningful goals. You are listening to the Mindset Bloomcast with Mallory. I'm your host, Mallory McGary. I am the founder and CEO of Beautifully Blooming. You can find me at beautifullyblooming.com or email me at mallory@beautifullyblooming.com. We are going to jump to commercial, but we'll be right back with the last 2. Welcome back to the Mindset Bloomcast with Mallory. I am your host, Mallory McGary. I'm the founder and CEO of Beautifully Blooming. You can find me at beautifullyblooming.com or email me at mallory@beautifullyblooming.com. You are listening to the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network Radio, TV, and podcast, the #1 internet talk network. You are hopping into this episode at the very end, at the ending point, halfway point of finding your purpose as a mom, as a woman, finding your purpose into who you are and what you are going forward. The first 3 things that we talked about in the first half of this episode is reflecting on your values and your priorities, identifying your strengths and your passions, and setting meaningful goals that align with those values and passions. So number 4, jumping into one of my favorite ways of of moving forward outside of personal development is finding a community of support. You're connecting with other people that share your values, your goals. You want to have a group and a community that supports you, can offer advice, share experiences. They're usually like-minded, so you're going in that same direction. I have talked about this before. I've written on my email list a couple of times about this as well, that you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And so if it's not a community that is elevating you to the level you want to be in, you're going to want to find those people that are in that space that you want to elevate to, so that they're helping pull you up and giving you those amazing things that you are going to need for your life. And then they're going to share experiences. You're going to be moving forward. You're helping each other. You're connecting. You're getting a network. You're gaining friends. Just a whole big, amazing thing with community. You're getting those people that you are going to be able to ask for help in any situation, that they will become the people you turn to for life, business, whatever it is that you look for. They are the people that will be coming to you and supporting you through everything that you need in your life. Find those people, elevate. It'll change all the time. You're going to continually be elevating into that next level, getting that next level of support to help you continue on that journey. But make sure that they align with who you are and where you're headed. Again, if they're not in alignment, you're going to feel like you're stuck again on that proverbial hamster wheel. You need them to stay in alignment of where you're headed, the things you believe in, your values, your priorities, and that you are sharing those things with each other. You're taking the time to be a part of that community, foster that network, foster that growth inside that community, because what you give into it, you get out tenfold. So whatever you're willing to give to something, you're going to get tenfold back. And you'll get more than you imagine when you invest into that community. When you actually just take the time to invest into that community, then you're going to get what you came for and get more back. Think of all of the Facebook groups you're a part of. I'm a part of plenty that I never ever enter. Some I don't know how I got there, but some I know how I got there, and I still don't comment. I don't do anything. There's others that I am really active in because of what is needed, what the content is in there. And I find that when I have given more time to those that are feeding that fire that I need in my life, in my business, whatever it is, area of life that it is, that I'm getting so much more back. I'm getting more value out of that space than those ones that are just sitting at the bottom of my group feed, because I don't check them. I don't care. I forget that I'm in there. And then it's like, oh yeah, that was once a thing. But finding that community of support for wherever it is to delve into, really grow with, move forward in, is a huge step for finding your purpose and maintaining that purpose in going forward on this journey of motherhood, of womanhood, whatever it is that you're going for, that you're going to having that community is going to be the one kind of your safety net a little bit. So I strongly advise finding a community that is in alignment with you and will help you move forward in your goals. And last but not least is embracing your journey, knowing that finding your purpose isn't like a one and done thing. It will change. It evolves. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, my purpose is in the same realm, but how I'm leaving that impact on the world is changing. It's pivoting. It's always moving forward because it's a different purpose that I'm trying to serve, but it fits under an umbrella. But it is the purpose of taking me 4 years to find different purposes. I found lots of different purposes that have come and gone, but have shaped my business and my life into what it is now. That I've made mistakes. I've let a business die. I've started another business, let it die. I've rebranded my current business more than once, that I've made mistakes. I've had courses flop. I've invested money in the wrong spots that I thought were going to be the right thing. I have tried and true DIY'd it and band-aided a whole lot of things together, but it's not necessarily the perfect solution. But did it work for a minute? Yes. But I found the mistake. I've made it. I've changed it. I've taken that failure into a lesson, and I don't see failures or mistakes. I just see them as little learning lessons along the way, that I've been more open to growing, and as a person, a business owner, a mom, because I've been willing to take that chance on myself, take the chance to try something new, to make the mistake, to just journey into what motherhood is, what womanhood is, what business ownership is, entrepreneurship is. That in every single thing, every single path is not well defined. That people say that they have found the key, and it's a key for a moment. It may be a key for them. It may not be a key for you. It may be a small key that helps you take that next step. It may not. It may be something you just pick up and kind of leave on the wayside. Whatever it is, that it's an ongoing journey, and embrace it. Know that sometimes finding your purpose is very chaotic. It's very kind of hits you at one moment, and then the world seems to be spinning so fast as you're trying to get everything laid out for it. At other times, it's very slow. You'll feel like you're missing a lot of opportunities behind what that looks like, because it's slow. It's not getting to the spot that you want it to be in. But I can promise you that as you embrace it, that you become more open, more willing to receive and um, accept new opportunities, new experiences that are allowing you to grow and to become that person that you are meant to be, that you're dreaming of being, that the world needs you to be, because we need all of your gifts, all of your talents to share with the rest of us, to help us all grow, to help us find our purpose, to help us stay in our purpose, to become that lifelong community that we are searching for. So for the 5 steps, just quick recap: reflect on your values and your priorities, find your core values, find the things that you wouldn't sacrifice time for that are super important to you. Identify your strengths and your passions, with the caveat of knowing what your weaknesses are. Know when you need to ask for help. Lean into your strengths and lean into your passions. What are the things that make you feel alive, and what are the things that you're really good at and can leverage in making you feel alive and wanting to get out of bed in the morning? Set meaningful goals, set goals that are helping you stay motivated and in alignment with your values and your passions, because you're going to need that when the moments are slow. You're going to need that goal to be your motivator, to pull you forward in the times where you feel like you're kind of plowing through tar a little bit and that you're not really going anywhere. Finding the community of support. I don't think I can hammer this one any harder than I have. Find those people that are going to be the community that elevates you, and embrace your journey. Know exactly that this is a journey. Be willing to make mistakes, but also be willing and open to receive all of the opportunities and experiences that that life, the universe is throwing at you, to help shape you into that person that you need to become. I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday and know how valued and loved you are in this community. And I'm so grateful that you are a part of this community. Please let me know if you have any questions. Email me at mallory@beautifully blooming.com. I am here to help coach you through whatever it is in life, mindset, business building, anything that you're looking for. So if you're looking for specific pieces of content, please let me know. I would love to speak to you and answer your questions as is in real time, that you may be able to be fulfilled that way. I hope that all things are going well for you right now. It's almost summer. The chaos is starting to stay with school getting out, but know that your purpose is valued and that you are more than just a mom. Don't say anymore, I am just a mom, because you're so much more than that. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time you are listening to the Mindset Bloomcast with Mallory. I am your host, Mallory McGary. I'm the founder and CEO of Beautifully Blooming. You can find me at beautifullyblooming.com or email me at mallory@beautifullyblooming.com. You are listening to the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV, and podcast, the #1 internet talk network. And I'll see you later.